hello, everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land. It is Matt, and it is, what is it, Bloodthirsty Thursday already? Holy smokes. Before I roll on to anything, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know it's an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, your runtime of the cut I watched, which I watched a hour and 45-minute version of this. It is available to watch on I believe, an hour and 15-minute version on Tubi for free, which I am going to put the link up there for that. I gave you a link for a trailer, and then I also gave you a link if you decide you can buy me a cup of coffee or a donut or a movie or whatever it is your heart desires. I gave you a link to where you can help support the channel as well. So I give you a little bit bigger bite of every single movie of every single day. With all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's came out back just last year in 2022. It is none other than the movie ABJECT. ABJECT is a very interesting film. It is a very slow burn type film. 2 movies in a row, 2 days in a row where I had slow burns. This one was definitely a really, really, really slow burn, but the payoff at the end is well worth the watch. This one, like I said, came out in 2022. The cut I watched runs at an hour and 45 minutes. The Tubi version is a half an hour shorter. So, with that in mind, I will go back and watch that version at some point because I'm curious. Because the cut I watched was a rough cut. It didn't have all the effects added to it and other little tidbits here and there. It was just a simple, unrated, uncut version of the film, of a longer version, which I really, really enjoyed. I think it is a superb piece of work. The director told me it's very giallo feeling. I get that, definitely. It also has a lot of feel of Lars von Trier's Antichrist with Willem Dafoe. It definitely has that feel as well. It's very, very Antichrist with Lars von Trier, because it's essentially what it's about is a couple who has lost their child. They are very much on the rocks. Their relationship isn't going well at all. They are constantly fighting. There's no more love or passion involved in their relationship. And it makes you feel really sad, and it's very somber, very, very dark, very brooding feeling. It's very, very hard on the heartstrings, because you get to know both of these characters. You get to like them and dislike them at the same time, because they both are completely out there. Both the husband and wife are just on different realms when it comes to what they are expecting in life and love in this relationship. It seems like the man is more gung-ho about fixing things, especially the further you get into the film. The wife doesn't see any future whatsoever with it, and it's kind of sad, but when you find out why, it really makes sense. Like, yeah, there's no future for that, because she is doing things that, in my opinion, are pretty hard to forgive, and definitely unforgettable, because you can't forget that your wife is doing these things, and it really hurts when things of that nature happens, male, female, or in between, anything else. It really affects you when your significant does these things to you. But with all that said in mind, they are going to a week getaway, not a weekend, but a full week's getaway to this amazing house that their therapist has set up for them. He has also given them both a little container filled with psychotropic prescription drugs. Um, when I think of that, I automatically thought of Dr. Timothy Leary, and oh shit, they're gonna start tripping. And the woman is fully partaking in taking these. The husband is more interested in drinking and eating and trying to mend this relationship. All the while, she's having these just extremely vivid and bizarre dreams of being touched and fondled and having a almost sexual encounter with this ginormous tentacle. It is very just out of this world. It's very gosh, what I want to say, maybe you get a little David Lynch vibe in there as well. It really just packs a punch when it comes to that. Uh, as far as the acting goes, the acting is so good in this. Both the husband and the wife are very believable in their roles. They both do a fantastic job in this. And I feel like David R. Williams does a very good job in directing this. And he also directed one I did just not that long ago, just last week, I think it was Rust Belt Driller, which was really freaking good. I'm not sure which one I like more, this or the Rust Belt Driller. Both are very, very good. I think maybe Rust Belt a pinch more, just because it's so much of an homage to Abel Ferrara's Driller Killer, which is such a fantastic masterpiece of a film. Now this, like I said, if you like Lars von Trier's Antichrist, you will enjoy this. It has got that feels all over it, and I really, really liked that about it, and it definitely delivers. But while they're there, and like I said, she's having these crazy dreams. He's more consumed with consumption. They go for a walk one day, and they split up a little bit, and she finds a dead child, which I'm guessing was all 100% hallucination, obviously. But she is. You find out that later that the child was drowned. All the while, the husband could have done something about it. So it kind of has that anger that you build for the husband comes full circle in that moment, because you really, like, I was kind of sympathizing with the guy, and then that happened, and then he, I was just like, wow, dude, you're a real piece of work. Good job. I don't think that uh it was one of those, I don't think he intended fully to do type situations, but was caught up in the heat of the moment kind of things. And it really it's really sad. It's just an overall somber, sad film with very cool visuals going on, amazing, beautiful scenery with not only the house but the forest around it is just absolutely stunning. Great performances. Great writing, excellent dialogue. I really, really, really enjoyed the dialogue on this. Like it just really seemed so real and so real and unreal in the same sense, if that makes sense, because there's things that are said that you're like, oh yeah, that is just absolutely beautiful. Because at one point, the husband does this amazing interpretation of Poe, and it just really was just splendid. And the way he delivered it was just awe. Just I was just in awe, like wow, like just sitting there, wow, like this is a really well acted out performance from him, and the wife as well. They both just really bang as actors in this film. They do a really good job. Now, there is one third character, which is their doctor. The doctor is only in it at the very beginning and at the very end. Very brief scenarios with him. I wanted him to actually find them at the end, but he never does. It was one of those things. I feel like it would have added a little more punch to it if you got to see like what his interpretation of what is going on, to see it through his eyes instead of seeing it through this almost fever dream of a film, through the husband and wife's eyes. It just really just, I think that is an opportunity that really could have been something amazing. But either way, the movie is long as is, and run, like I said, runs in at an hour and 45 minutes on my cut that I watched. So definitely try out the hour 15-minute version that I'm going to give you a link to from Tubi. It is available for sale as well. I noticed it on multiple websites between Amazon, eBay, FYE. I'm sure Best Buy and Walmart have it as well, because it is very much still in print film, and it has a wide distribution. So you shouldn't have any trouble finding this one at all if you're looking to purchase it. Amazon had it the cheapest, running at like $6 plus shipping. Other than that, I think its average was going for like $20 to $25, and that's Blu-ray, by the way. I don't know if it had a DVD release. I did not check that, so please forgive me on that end. Now, with my 3 things that I like my films to meet: dialogue, it gets an A plus, it gets an A plus on dialogue. I'll just start with dialogue. The dialogue is, like I have been saying through this, is just so raw and real and good, and just delivers everything that you could want in a film about a struggling relationship that is bordering horrific guidelines. It is very, 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 very well written out, and I love the dialogue. And like I've said, the performances from that dialogue really just hit a home run with me. So, like I said, A plus on dialogue. Audio. There is never a moment in this movie where you're wondering and scratching your head, hey, where is the sound? I'm having a hard time trying to hear what's going on due to some sort of outside disturbance, whether it be birds or just wildlife in general, wind, anything elemental, or just flat out just like just bad equipment can also ruin the audio. But it is very crisp and clean and smooth, so it is very nice on that. So it gets an A plus there as well. And now on to editing. Editing is always one of my major things that I really look at. Dialogue and editing are the 2 major ones. editing, if you put together a movie wrong, and have the pacing, the pacing can get really, really jumbled and misconstrued and really not be what you want. And I feel like that David did a fantastic job getting this thing edited together. I'm not sure if he hired an outside editor or if he did it himself. I forgot to check that out. Either way, they did a good job with editing this film together. So it gets an A on that as well. So we got an A plus, and an A. And so this thing is going to get a 4.5 out of 5. That's two 4.5s out of 5s 2 days in a row. I think it is a absolutely splendid film. I want you guys to go out and check it out. Definitely, if you do, let me know what your thoughts are. If not, that's all right as well. And as always, I can't wait to see it tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Psychotic Breakdown from Todd Ernest Brealey, and then Taxidermist, and that'll round out the rest of this month. And then I'll start over again, and I go with on Sunday with Ice Cream on the Beach with Martin Payne, which I'm really looking forward to because I'm a huge Martin Payne fan. All right, guys, love your faces, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And as always, peace.